Listen, my hair, I put it in a bun, whatever I find on the table. And today I found a plastic spoon. So deal with it. I'm finishing up a pair right now that I want to talk to you about a little bit. So this was a pair of Nike SB Dunk Low Skater Dyes, which is a top 10 SB Dunk of mine, maybe a top 5. I mean, if I'm being honest about my personal top 5, maybe I should make a video about this. A lot of mine aren't the most expensive pairs. Not trying to be some kind of like hipster or whatever kids call them today. Just so happens to be the aesthetics that I like, the background stories that I like. And I'm old enough to have played the original skate or die game. I played it, okay? What it came out in 1988? Let me look that up before I talk my shit. Okay, it says it came out for the Commodore, whatever the heck that thing was. I think that's the Japanese version, came out for that in 87. I don't think I played it when I was 7. I was 7 in 87. I think I played it when I was 8. So I played it in 88, along with a couple of my cousins. You know who you are. Actually, my cousin Jason's the one that had it. I didn't even have it. It was hard, man. It still is. I tried to pick it up and play it. The game is hard as hell, okay? It's super hard. So it's actually not a good game. Though we wanted it to be, because the title and the box art were so cool and the idea was so cool. Okay, we wanted like skate or die. So I got this pair. The previous owner tried to mess with the tongue too much and he destroyed it. He cut the straps, or tried to cut the straps. He tried to remove all the foam. Like, just buy a Dunk, bro. Don't, you know what I mean? This is a SB Dunk Low. They have straps and they have foam. Anyway, it was destroyed. Otherwise, shoes in good condition. I mean, he definitely wore it, but it's still in very good condition. So I got them, and my plan originally was to basically replicate the tongue. Okay, I have my own pair. This is my personal pair. We have the black mesh in the front, and then we have the yellow tongue binding. We have it's like a fleece back there, yellow. But, you know, I was making it and it didn't look right. I'm just a guy. I'm not the factory that makes these. You know, and I was killing myself trying to make it look exactly like the tongue. I was like, I can't do this, man. It's not looking right. Somebody's gonna look at this tongue and be like, something's wrong. You know, even if I make a nice looking tongue, it's still not gonna look retail. There's gonna be something that's gonna maybe look weird about it. For one, my embroidery machine can't embroider like that, exactly like that. So that's one thing right there. So I decided to do a custom tongue. I think customs can be a lightning rod issue. Customs for purists are probably like the worst thing that you could do to a shoe. But then there's like the sneakerhead that appreciates the art of sneakers that is like really into it. I thought I'd take my chances. I really didn't have a choice. You know, after a while, I decided I didn't even want to make a tongue that looked exactly like the retail tongue. I decided to sit down and think about what I wanted for a custom Nike SB Skate or Die tongue. The shoe is based basically off of the box art. If you look at the box art, there is the cool font that says Skate or Die, and then there's a kid, skater, upside down, I guess doing a handstand with a skateboard. And the t-shirt that he's wearing is where they get a lot of these little markings from around the shoe, these embroidery markings, okay? And you know, the colors on the box is where they get a lot of these colors. So I decided to take a look at that t-shirt. Or, you know what, I decided to revisit the box art, really take a look at the box art, and if the shoe is based off of the box art, then maybe my custom tongue should be based off the box art too. So I took a look at that shirt. I was like, maybe it'd be cool if that shirt design, shot for shot, design for design, was on the tongue, was represented on the tongue. So I actually took the image of his shirt and I brought it into Photoshop. I brought it over a tongue, right? Like one of my tongue patterns. Initially, I didn't like the placement of everything, so I flipped it. I think I did a 180 and flipped it, which I think is fine. Just because I thought the placement of all the little details looked better on the tongue that way. But I really just tried to go kind of like one for one. So I did that, and then I went into Hatch Embroidery and I digitized an embroidered version of the tongue to match the shirt. And I decided to go with a blue tongue tag, black lettering, and a black tongue binding. Purists are not going to be happy with me, and I think that's okay. It's okay for them to not be happy with me. I think it's okay to have one side of the sneaker world of SB people just be purists and want everything OG, and the other side just like more punk rock about it and just want to like see what we can do with it. I really didn't have a choice in the matter here. This is my first custom tongue, and I'm gonna be putting this up for sale, and I gotta be honest, I'm kind of nervous. I have no idea what the feedback is gonna be like. When I put it on, people might hate it. They might, you know, just absolutely destroy it. And on the other hand, I'm hoping there's at least one person who is a size 10 who's in the market for a shoe that is into it, you know, which is a long shot, probably, but I'm gonna give it a shot. Anyway, here's the process.